If there is somewhere special set aside in the afterlife for well-behaved steam enthusiasts, it may well resemble Fassifern. The signalman here was a busy man, operating an array of lovely old lower quadrant signals, which controlled both the Toronto line and the Newstan Colliery branch. As if all of this, combined with the procession of mainline trains, wasn't enough, the station was situated at the foot of nearly 2 kilometres of 1 in 40 grade. Although most coal went north to Port Waratah, the first load of the morning often went down to Wangi Power Station. .5902 and 6001 look magnificent as they curve off towards Wangi, but Fassifern's biggest drawcard was the double garrets. When there was a ship in port, there could be as many as 5 or 6 loads out of Newstan in a day, and the sight and sound of the garrets starting 1,200 tons of coal up the 1 in 40 was one of the steam era's great displays. As the locos back around into the station to begin the assault, the empties for the next train roll over the summit. Loading usually took a couple of hours, and by the time it was completed, the train engine from the previous load would have returned, light engine, to assist up the bank. As the garrets get the train moving, out on the main line, an enthusiast persuades a cow to step aside for a 45 class. 6026 makes easy work of the bank. 6023 wasn't so fortunate. Toronto, on the shores of Lake Macquarie, was a quiet, picturesque little town in the steam era. For many years it was served by an irregular goods service, which usually ran at night. But in 1972, for a while, a shunting trip to Sulphide Junction was extended a couple of times a week to replenish the supplies of the local hotel and collect the empties. The Toronto branch joined the main line via a curved platform on the east side of Fassifern station. By the time these shots were taken, this was the only steam to be seen at Toronto. But the line was unquestionably best known for 30-class tanks on end platform cars, a combination virtually unchanged for most of this century. A glorious winter morning in 1969 as 3067 puffs into the lakeside terminus. After watering, the S-Class will run around its train before returning to Newcastle. The last steam-hauled Toronto train ran behind 3067 in August 1970. By this time, only 3 38s remained at Broadmeadow, and 3813 would be the next to go, leaving only 20 and 22, which continued to demonstrate their capabilities. 6042 was to have the dubious honour of being the last steam locomotive in government service in Australia, working the Wanji branch until the 24th of February 1973. For many, however, the symbolic end of steam had occurred on the 19th of December, when 6037 and 6042 teamed up to lift one final load out of Newstan Colliery. In a few stirringly spectacular moments, the show was over.